Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Today is October 5th, and we are at Montour Falls Harvest Fest 2024. I am both excited and nervous to be here. I will explain a little bit more later, but I just got here. I just arrived. It is 9:15. Setup is from 8 to noon, and the event starts at noon, and it goes until 7:15 tonight. I got here a little later than I had anticipated originally because Mabel kept us up a little late last night. We had a hard time this morning getting around, so instead of arriving at 8 like I originally planned, I got here at 9. And I just wanted that extra time to be able to get some of my whips done, my work in progresses, because I don't have a lot of inventory. This was one of my best events last year, and I definitely came a little short. I will also talk about that later, but right now I'm going to set up and I will see you soon. Breathe. Oh, I have to get this towel off my head. It's going to be a good hair day. It's going to be a good sales day. The weather's looking beautiful. So I'm very excited and nervous at the same time. I will see you. Okay. I am going to set up and share some initial thoughts with you. Make sure I can see everything. Perfect. I'm just going to start setting up and sharing some initial thoughts. I am feeling okay. I was very nervous pulling up to the event just because I didn't know. I knew I was in the same number spot as last year, but I didn't know, I guess, where that was. And I'm a little farther down than it was last year. So I'm closer to the stage, which I'm not excited about. It is what it is. Sorry, I walked out of frame for a second. Okay. I also brought my lights because we're here until 7:15, and I forgot to put them up. So maybe I'll drape them along the front of my tables later. Everyone's very nice. I had some help putting my tent up. Without David here, it's much more difficult to get around and feel like I'm actually ready for the day. That's why I wanted to get here right at 8. Last night was a little rough with Mabel, and I wish I had a little more sleep. So I'm just gonna finish setting up. One of my vendor friends said that I'm in the best spot ever because the kids booth is behind me. And last year I was down behind or in front of a antique shop, which was nice because there was a bathroom right behind me. I could just kind of dip in and use the bathroom. This year it's a little bit farther down, but I'm closer to a porta potty this year, and I have a better view of the falls than I did last year. I wish I didn't feel as frazzled as I do every time I get to an event. I'm just like, I've never done this before. When in reality, this is all I do. This is all I do. So I do it all the time. But it doesn't feel like that sometimes. Sometimes it feels like you get major imposter syndrome. And the game plan is to finish setting up. I don't know what time it is because my phone is somewhere else. Finish setting up. Get to a place where I feel good, and then work on the rest of my whips. I have quite a bit. I have $200 worth of stuff that I have to just finish making. Starts at noon. Hopefully I have 2 hours to do that. So you know how I said that I was in the best spot? I don't know. I feel a little conflicted about that because I'm right next to the stage, and we know what happens when I'm put next to the stage. Putting pegs on my pegboard, and I feel okay right this second, just because I don't know, I'm frazzled and I'm talking in circles. I'm setting up my stuff here. There we go. I'm a little nervous about talking. There's so many volunteers around. I'm just trying to mind my business, but I wanted to tell you what oh my gosh, the lady that signed me in told me that they're already taking applications for next year. Signing up for it starts today. There's 110 vendors. I was told there were 90. And so next year they're capping it off at $75. So everything is done online today, or this for next year. It's a little crazy around here. The weather is a lot better than it was last year. I was setting up in the rain last year. Oh my gosh, this is already broke. I don't know how I do this. I think I got here just as early, like 8, 9 o'clock. But it was dark and it was rainy and it was cold and everything was, like my tent and I were soaking wet after the fact. But then it cleared up and it was good. I've decided I'm going to sign up for next year's event today just to make sure that I actually get in. And if I know that I'm going to do it ahead of time, maybe I won't feel so frazzled and underprepared. So, okay, checking in a little bit. Everybody kind of dispersed. All this, if you heard them, there were a lot of kids around. They were the local Boy Scout group that's volunteering to help set up everything for today. I'm embarrassed at how little I have. Like, wait until you see. It really sucks. And I could do better. This is the only chicken I have ready right now. Like, can you believe that? I made the mistake of signing up for back-to-back. And I mean, last year this was my biggest show. It's not going to be this year because I don't have a lot. Lesson learned, just prepare as much as I can. I mean, having Mabel kind of made a difference in terms of like prepping and what I was able to prep. I have some like stuff that didn't sell last year, like some wintry stuff, but I'm still embarrassed. I've got a handful of pumpkins. I've got 3 dragons. I've got to finish. I started like 12 mushrooms. I started maybe just as many chickens. I don't know. I feel like crying because I'm so embarrassed. It is what it is. I can't dwell on it because I did this to myself. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna talk to people, I'm going to be my happy, cheery self that I know I can be today, I want to be today. But hopefully some of these things go. Like my mushroom pillow. I hope this goes today. I know this will go today. Last year I had like 8 people asking me, do you have any more? And I sure didn't. Right. So I just wanted to kind of pop on and say that, but also wanted to say that I am excited that I was able to come back. I almost didn't make the deadline. I handed in my application and like a week later they were like, we're full up on spots. And I was like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't wait any longer. I'm just going to, every time, I feel like I have something to say every time I hop on here and then I don't end up saying it. This is so pathetic. Wait till you see my one chicken. Oh my God. I better get to work. I just gotta work. Okay, I'm gonna finish setting up and wait until you see this. I am all set up. I have to find my wallet. I can't find my wallet and I'm kind of freaking out. I'm gonna go check the car. Oh my gosh, I really hope I didn't lose it. Okay, I found it. Oh my God. It fell under my table. And it was, oh man, that was nerve-wracking. Okay, it's 10:05. I have 2 hours till it starts. So some things that I have to do. Not only the bodies, but I printed out a new lookbook. I have a lookbook that people can look through. In case they don't want to shop, they can see what I make. So I reprinted a different copy. It looks like crap, but you know what? I literally printed it out this morning as I was walking out the door. So I have no time to complain. The book is falling apart, so I got more protectors. I keep them in this binder with my patterns. So I'm going to reassemble the book. I am finished setting up because I didn't have as much. I'm going to put that together, finish these whips. I'll check in before it starts just so you can see at noon what I'm looking like. All right, My mic is dying, so I hope you guys can hear me. I am going through this, putting out the new stuff, and I realize I don't have page 4. Like, page 4 just did not print, and oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. I just, you know, my husband will tell me to not freak out, don't stress out. I don't understand why things aren't going right. I should have checked before I left. I didn't print it on the right paper, so the colors look really faded. Like, it's just like everything is not going according to plan, and I am just going to roll with it. I always think of something and then I go to record and I'm like, oh yeah, what was it again that I was gonna say? I'm a mess. Oh, I remember. So I am trying some cotton yarn this time for the eyeballs. See if they hold up a little better. Sometimes when I use the acrylic yarn, it's fuzzy. It doesn't look the best. So I'm gonna try acrylic or cotton, and hopefully it does a little better. And I noticed last night when I was going to make more mushroom heads that I'm out of like half the colors that I use. I can't make teal, I'm almost out of green, I'm about out of red. I need to, you know, after this show, I'm really gonna gear down and get my studio right, because the studio space that I have is just full of stuff that I really don't need. So I'm gonna sort that out. I did order a new table, actually, a 6 foot by 2 foot table, and it'll be my designated crafting space, which I really need because right now all my crafts are in like 4 different spots. That's on next week's agenda. I'm a little behind editing because I've just been like trying to pump out so much for this market, and I still feel like I didn't get very far. But maybe I'll do a video of like the clean out and setting up my new table and showing you guys that, because I'm excited. I'm excited about my table. I got it on Amazon at a deal. It was originally $200, and after tax I paid like $150. So $50 off a table that I've been eyeballing anyway. I'm excited about. That's kind of the game plan. That's what's going on. I don't like waiting until last minute to finish this, but I figure if I'm going to be here, I don't have the baby to worry about. I can just work. So I think I will do that. I was going to check in at noon and thought of that to tell you. So I really hope the bees aren't going to be an issue today. I get nervous around bees. And of course they like me. Ooh. Hopefully after this week I can kind of get my stuff together. So yeah, future Lindsey, please don't book events every week in a row for 5 weeks. Please give yourself a break. At least do like every other weekend, because I'm not setting myself up for failure, but I'm setting myself up for not being as successful as I know I can be. I'll check in a little bit. I'm almost done with all the chickens. You can see a little dirt face. I can't stand it. I'm almost done with all the chickens, and then I have mushrooms to finish. I only have 1 mushroom out right now. People are already browsing, and I'm just like, oh, that's not all I have, I promise, but we'll see. guys, it is currently 1:36. I thought I would stop and check in because there's kind of a low right now in walking. Nobody's playing at the band. I was worried because I'm right next to the stage, but it's not. They're not like blaring it. It's not absolutely ridiculous. It is a little windy, as you can probably tell from my hair doing all kinds of crazy things. So far, I have 9 total orders and total sales in 126. So people keep walking. So I will check in a little bit. Hey friends, it is 3:58 p.m. and I wanted to get on before the band started and just tell you where I'm at. So I have 15 total orders and total sales right now are at $211. I actually ran out of white yarn, so I can't make any more mushrooms right now. And I'm just trying to finish up random things. I'm trying to keep busy. I did end up making this newborn baby hat. It's a little small because I ran out of yarn, so I put newborn to 0 to 3 months. Hopefully the baby is here for them to try the hat on, but I will let people know it's on the smaller side. But yeah, so far it's going good. I'm running out of steam. I'm right next to Ben and Jerry's, man. Tempted, really tempted. I might do it, but I need sustenance. I need food, so I'm gonna see if I can have some food somewhere and maybe some dessert, and I will check in later. Time is 5:30 on the dot. I'm doing better. As you saw, I had my girl dinner and it was delightful. I had brownie bites in it. Oh my gosh. I love it. I wanted to check in with numbers. I'm still feeling pretty beat, but I feel awesome because I had someone order a custom cardigan. And I'm sitting at 21 total orders with $406 in sales. I also tried this guy. Look how cute he is. I can't stand it. I might give him some rosy cheeks and a smile or something. I don't know. But I finished him and he's really cute. I have never made this before, so I'm pretty proud of myself. He turned out a lot better than I expected, honestly. The sun is going down. It just went down over the building over yonder. So this will probably be the last time I pop on. I just wanted to give that update and hopefully the night goes great. We're supposed to start the bonfire at like 5:45 and it's 5:33, so soon. And I will see you back at the house in a couple days probably because I'm exhausted. I have to buy more yarn tomorrow and I'll probably check in on Monday unless I'm just feeling so pumped about this. I'll see you Monday.
Hi guys, I apologize for how late I'm getting to you with the results and the information that I plan on presenting to you. It is actually the next Sunday, if you can believe it. I have had another event since I started recording, and life's just been a little weird this week. I had this weird sinusy thing going on. Every time the seasons change, my sinuses just rebel. So I've been dealing with sinus stuff, and I don't have a fever and I don't have chills or throw up or any of the fun things that come with being sick. Once again, my sinus cavities just hate me, but I sounded terrible and I wanted to wait until that kind of subsided before actually sitting down and talking with you. I also had spent a lot of time preparing for the event that I just had yesterday, Oktoberfest in Elmira Heights, and I decided I'm not going to do a video on that. I'll touch base on that in a little bit, but coming to you with information, okay? Overall, the event was a success. I will continue to go back. I already signed up for 2025, and I'm really pumped about it. The issue that I had was kind of the same that I had the previous event, was I just did not make enough. I didn't have enough to sell in terms of like what I could have potentially made, which is a bummer, but the event coordinators, the people, the vibe, just everything was awesome and fun. I wanted to say that in total sales, I made $507 with 24 total orders and 29 items sold. My best sellers were scrunchies, chickens, and mushrooms. I sold 8 scrunchies, 5 chickens, and 5 mushrooms. I know I would have done a lot better if I had more chickens and mushrooms, but I was pumping them out as I was sitting there, and if I brought more, I would have sold more. So after all the expenses, I had $75 booth fee, $49 insurance, and $32.20 in Shopify fees. My grand total is $350.80. I made everything back like in expenses, so I see it as a win. I'm just kind of bummed that I didn't bring as much stuff. As you could tell, I was really embarrassed was the word of the day that Saturday. I wanted to be more professional and be more prepared and be all these things, but at the end of the day, I am one person, and I think it speaks volumes that I can even show up and do all that by myself and go all out and, say, yeah, I made all this. And people feed off of your energy, so I was still maintaining my positivity and able to make conversations and show up, be there, like presently in my mind and not just in my body. So I did get a custom order, which amounted to a big percentage of the sales that I did actually make. So I'm going to be starting on that. I just got a custom order yesterday. So I feel like I'm going to slow down with the market videos, at least for a couple weeks. I do have an event coming up the 20th, October 20th, that I'm just going to prepare for. I wasn't worried about recording yesterday. I wasn't worried about trying to get any footage or anything. I just needed a break from that because I was so worried about finishing this video. So yesterday, if you care to know, yesterday was Oktoberfest. It was my first time being there, and I really enjoyed it. Same thing, small, like a small community coming together and just showing up for each other. There were a lot of awesome people there. The event coordinator was really nice. I met her. I would like to go back. That was their 13th annual event. The weather held out for us, which was great. Apparently one year it was so cold, fingers were frozen, and last year they had to cancel because of rain, so we really lucked out. Today is just all rain, so I'm so glad that we missed the rain. So I got another custom order that I'm pumped about, but I have to search for the yarn. I have to, it's a whole thing. So what I'm thinking about doing, instead of another market vlog to follow up this one, because I didn't get anything from it. So yeah, this week I'm just going to go live like halfway through the week when I have an hour or two and just kind of sit down and talk about what's going on. And if anybody wants to crochet and chat, I'd be happy to do that. And if not, I'll just show up and crochet anyway. See you guys in the next video. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate all the views and the warm comments that I receive under all my videos. It really warms my heart and makes my day. And I think about it like as I'm moving forward in my endeavors, it really builds me up, and I really appreciate all the love that you guys give. So please subscribe to me if you have not already. If you made it all the way through this video, you are the most amazing human being, and I hope you have a beautiful day. That is the video, and I thank you again. I'm just so grateful. Please like this video. It pushes it in the algorithm and tells other people that they might like this kind of content. And I will just see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Thanks, guys. Bye.